recording.
We're recording.
Ah, I love it. Oh my
We
gosh.
did it. We're actually doing it.
We are. We're doing it. This is amazing. You
This
say
is
it.
our first episode of our Button Up Society podcast. The
Yeah.
podcast.
The podcast.
The
I'm
podcast.
so excited. I am
We,
so excited. I can't even tell you.
me too. We have individually been dreaming about this for a really long time.
And here we are.
And here we are. Here we are.
It's making my nose run. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's okay. I have my chair is super squeaky. So
I don't hear it yet, so I think we're
okay,
good.
good. I'm glad you don't hear that. Okay, so should we get into introductions?
Well, let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. You go.
Okay, I'm Kate, and I live in Birmingham, Alabama, or a suburb of Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a mom of three, classic style enthusiast, book lover for sure. Um, I am gonna push Emily to let me talk about books on here a lot because when I start talking about books, I can't stop.
Hey, I love
And
books. I just get mean.
okay, well, we'll talk about that
We
too.
can talk about books.
I have a plan for you. I'm like,
Oh
we
gosh.
I have a plan for you to alleviate your meanness, but I do understand the like mean reader phenomenon because you just
Yes.
want to
I just want to
be
read it.
in that world.
I'm
Um,
totally open to talking about books. So
okay, good.
yeah, it's good.
Okay. Um, so yeah, what else about me? I used to teach high school and now I own a business organizing people's photos, which is super fun. And I do love all things like memory keeping and photo taking, and we have lots to talk about there too.
I love it. I
And
think
I've
it's
been
so,
married for a really long time too. My college sweetheart, and we have three kids. I think I said that, but
oh, I don't know if you said how many. You definitely said you're a mom.
I have three. A
Three.
middle schooler, an elementary schooler, and a preschooler. So I've got like almost all the school bases covered.
That's amazing.
It's
How
been a
much
long
longer
time to
in
be
middle
carpool.
school?
This is her first year of middle school.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Because that would be wild if you had like high school, elementary, and preschool. That would be
Yeah,
really
no, not
strange.
that's not gonna. I don't think that will never happen. I think I will have a high schooler, a middle schooler, and an elementary schooler
That's
all
pretty
at
cool
once
though.
for sure. I
I,
will. Yeah,
I love it. That's
yeah.
amazing.
So let's hear about you.
Okay. Well, I feel like Elwood's over here. Like I'm a Gemini vegetarian. No, not. So I'm Emily, and I am a mom, a content creator, a lover of all things beautiful and classic, and I just want to make everything around me as pretty as possible. And these white walls are killing me right now. Um, and I've shared that on Instagram for a long time. I had a fashion blog a very, very long time ago, like 2011, had a quarter life crisis and shut that down. I kick myself every day for doing that. I'm like, I could have put something together there, but it's fine. Um, and now I am a social media manager, but I've put in my notice. Can we say that on the podcast?
Sure.
Is our first episode getting really juicy?
It can. It's our podcast.
It's our podcast. They know I'm leaving. So we're gonna see what comes next. But really, I love to be creative, and I've always used the internet, specifically Instagram, and I've branched out into TikTok. But I just love to make things pretty and share pretty things that maybe other people think are inspiring or beautiful. And um, yeah, that's just kind of what I like to do. I don't know. I'm creative. I had to have an outlet or I was gonna go crazy with my girls. They're 5 and 6. I have two girls. And when I was home full time, I was like, I need to do something with my time to, you know, not just be a mom all the time. And that's kind of where it came from.
Love
And I
it.
like to button up shirts because
Well,
I
yeah.
feel put together and comfortable at the
And
same.
comfortable and nice and cool.
Yeah.
I have a sweater on top of my button up today because I'm freezing because it's
Oh, it's
winter
so
and January will never end and it's the worst month of the year.
it is like the
And so
400th day of January. Wait, are
it
you
is
wearing a blue
definitely
and white striped button up too?
yes,
Look at that.
with
Oh,
my blue sweater.
I should
That
go
you
run and
also
get my
have.
sweater.
Okay, so I didn't know that you had a blog back in 2011 because I also had a blog in
No way.
2011. Yes, probably
I
maybe
love it.
even before that.
That's so funny.
Um,
What
where
did you talk about?
all sorts of different things. I'm like trying to remember now. It's so long ago. It was kind of like literary-ish. I don't know. I just like wrote things. Um, and sometimes I would talk about style, but I think I would just like write about life more. It
I
was
love
truly
that.
like a
That's
blog,
what we
like
do.
a
Yeah.
your online diary blog, like
Hmm.
back in the day kind of thing. It was called Make Good Neighbors after a Robert Frost poem because I'm a huge
Okay.
nerd.
I, I love that though.
But
And I think that's so important. Like such a part of what we do now is to be a good neighbor, right?
I know.
I love
I know.
that.
But that's so funny. I feel like we do have so many parallels and we're still like
I
discovering
know.
more. So
I know.
be
That's
cool.
amazing. No,
Um,
I had a friend that she was getting into photography at the time. So we would go out on a weekend and take 7 different outfit photos at like Starbucks and like around our little like shopping mall that we had. And then I put up like 7 different outfit posts a week.
that's
It
great.
was
That's so fun
it
though.
was so fun.
And so
It
many,
was so
it was
fun.
such a thing then. I followed so many like daily outfit bloggers. Was there like a
Yes.
specific name for that?
I don't know. I know it was hashtag OOTD. That
Yes.
was that
And
was
arm party. You remember the
oh
arm
so
parties?
many art parties.
So
Yes.
many arm
Um,
parties.
Kinder Scott sent me my very first PR ever, and I like thought that I had made it. I still have that stuff that they had sent me. Um, yeah, it was the best. There were so many layers back then, though. Like you had to wear your shirt, and then you had to wear like a vest, probably like a faux fur vest, and the
Yes.
scarf.
Yes.
And
Or a big like bubble necklace.
yes, or a bubble necklace under the blanket scarf. Like we had
Yes.
a lot of stuff going on,
Yes. And there was probably a maxi skirt involved with
probably.
tall boots for sure. For sure. And
Yeah,
there was some animal print in there also.
animal print is still a neutral.
And I
And
love animal print.
I think it's a classic. That could be a podcast episode all in itself.
It
Is
could.
leopard or is animal print a neutral?
Yes,
Because
for sure.
I think it is.
Especially when it's shoes. I
Oh, I
love
was
an
gonna say
animal print.
that. I have had so many leopard print ballet flats,
Yes.
and I just run them into the ground.
I know. I have some I got from Madewell last year and I love them. They're more like Mary Jane's than ballet flats, but
Oh, I bet they're so cute.
so comfy and cute. I wore them a ton like over holidays because they went with any kind of like
They
holiday-ish.
go with everything.
They were great for that.
They would go with your outfit today.
They would. They would,
Leopard
but my
print's
feet would be
neutral.
too cold in them today because it's
I
the
saw a meme that said our frontal lobe is fully developed because it was talking about how we used to like I wasn't really a big partier, but they used to like stand on in line like to get into a club in a tube top, and
Yeah.
now we have to wear like tall socks because our ankles get cold.
Yes. I know. I
So
know.
true.
There was nothing practical about dressing prefrontal lobe
No,
development.
it did not matter. And now it's like I would like to wear tall socks because I don't care if they show. I
I
don't want
know.
cold ankles.
I know. I see it in my kids now too. They're like, I will not wear a coat. I will not. No, I'm not going to be cold. Which I
No.
mean, they are inside most of the day. So it's
Still, have there
take
was
your pick.
another meme. Did you see the mom walking through the park with her kid's coat up like this? And there was like snow on the ground, and she's like, I brought
I
the
brought the
coat.
coat.
It is not my fault that they will not put it on,
I
but I
know.
brought it.
I
Like,
know.
bad
Um,
kid, not bad mom.
yes, I know. My middle kid, actually, the day that it did snow here, he had to like shed layers because he was playing so hard that he
Yeah,
was so hot and sweaty. He had to like get rid of his coat, actually. So
I love that though.
whatever.
The
Whatever.
snow once every 5 years when we actually get
Yes.
snow down
Ever.
here.
No, I'm not sad about that though. Although I did really want to see the snow at the beach that happened last week. That would have
Yes,
been so cool.
same. That was the pictures were really cool.
Are
Should
you a
have been
big
there.
beach fan? Have we
We
talked
love
about this?
no, we love the beach though.
Same. Beach over mountains all day
Hmm.
long.
The mountains are really pretty for like a weekend. That's fine.
Yes,
But let me sit next to like a body of water, preferably the ocean, and I'm so happy.
same. In the warm sun with a
Oh,
slight breeze
the warm sun.
and
Yeah.
the vague smell of coconut. wafting through the air.
Hmm. That sounds perfect, especially as it's so cold right now. I'm like trying to find the sun from this window.
I know. I know. Okay, so should we talk a little bit about our origin story and why
I
we
love it.
decided to do
Yes,
this?
I think
Okay.
so.
All right.
People meet their husbands online all the time. So
That is true.
why can you not meet friends
It's true.
online?
It's true. I think it's very cool to be able to meet friends online. And I'm kind of glad that we've turned the corner from, I don't know, I remember back like when the internet was new because I am a geriatric millennial, so I remember that.
I love that.
Um,
We're not elder millennials, we are geriatric
I
millennials.
I officially claim geriatric millennial.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it was so sketch. I feel like to be like, oh, I met them on the internet,
Yeah.
like in
Well, it
some
was
creepy
preached to us how
chat
bad it
room.
was. It was always like, be so careful.
Yes.
Don't know who it's really gonna be. Like to catch a predator is real. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we all had that, like, are we being catfished? Is this
Right.
happening? No.
Right. But we do have the advantage of living in the same place and being
Mhm.
able to like meet each other in real life and have
Yes.
mutual friends
I
and
was gonna say that brings like the barrier to entry down. I don't know if that's the right word, but like
yeah.
knowing that we know the same people is more like, yeah, your real life, not
Right. You've got
don't know.
references.
Right. Yes. We can't have lunch.
Background check is done.
We need your fingerprints, please.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I don't even remember how long ago it was when we started like chatting on Instagram, but
No,
no, it's
it's
been
been
a
a while.
while.
It
Been a
has
while.
been.
Obviously, we have a lot of things in common that we enjoy and like, and then we discovered that we had some mutual friends, like real life friends. Um,
Which is so
and
cool.
then I had lunch with a mutual friend, and she was like, "You guys have to meet in real life. I feel like you would hit it off and be instant friends." And
I love her. She's like the sweetest person
I know
too.
she is. So, and that is exactly what happened. And then I think you started joking, saying like we need a club for our button-up shirts because
Yes.
they have become our entire personality now because
Yeah.
it's
Well, and we're
all
not the
there.
only two people in the world that
No,
feel like that love these types of things. There's a whole movement going on right now of like the return to classic things. And I was like,
yes,
we need to start a club.
start a
Even if
club, a
it's even if it's
society.
us, but it's not us. We're on a podcast now. So it's going out.
It's going out into the world. Hats to come.
That's to come.
Hats to come. I love a hat.
Yeah. This whole thing started because we wanted a hat.
Yes, we wanted hats for our personal button down, button up society
Yes.
club
Yes.
thing.
So
And
then why not
yeah,
make it a whole thing?
why not make it a whole
Wait,
thing?
do we
And
have an Instagram yet? Did you make an Instagram
we
account?
do have an Instagram.
Okay.
I will post it
Okay.
in our notes or whatever. There's nothing on there yet
That's
as
fine.
of today, but there will be before this actually comes out into the world.
It'll be so. Is it gonna, do you think it should be like an inspiration board of just things that we
Oh,
like?
I like
So that
that
people,
idea.
if someone's like listening to our show and they're like, I like the things that they talk about, so it can be like the book recommendations or the recipes that we try, like just kind of a place to go for inspiration.
A visual collection of our
Yeah.
chats.
Hmm.
I like that
I
idea
think
a
so.
lot. Okay.
Ah, that would be fun. That'll be fun.
Okay. Do we want to talk about some things that we love, some classic things that are
Yes.
our favorites, maybe?
Yes, please.
So, okay, who's your favorite classic style icon?
Oh my gosh. That is so hard.
Or, I
There's so
mean, I don't think it has to be just one.
no, but I would say there's so many of them. I feel like recently I I know she's controversial, but I love Meghan Markle's style. She
Yeah.
is classic, but because she's from California, she's got that like laid back aspect to it that I really love. Like it doesn't feel formal, it just feels good and easy. Um, I love her. Um, who else? I wonder, are these characters or are they real people?
No, I
Because
think
that's
it
the
could
thing
go
too,
either way. I think either way is fine.
right? There's always a bit of Rachel Green in me. I'm such a Friends fan,
Oh,
and
are
I
you a
love
Friends fan?
I'm a huge Friends fan. So
Okay.
I've always loved her style. Not always practical for me, but I feel like there's a little bit. She's a little bit sassy, and I like that a lot. I don't know. I really think Meghan Markle would be like the biggest one. I do. I mean, I also love Kate. I'm just saying. I like
Well,
them
I
both.
was gonna say, I feel like if
I,
you're picking Megan, I should pick Kate.
I'm not picking either. I love them both equally and for different reasons. And
Yes.
I will die on that hill that you do not have to choose. Or I refuse to choose. How about that?
Okay.
Maybe I want you to, but I will not choose because I love her like
Um,
really polished style too. But my life is just not super polished, so I think that's why I lean Megan.
for sure. For sure.
And I had a whole TikTok series on recreating Meghan Markle outfits,
I
and that
remember
was
that.
super fun. It was super fun and really like impacted my closet a lot in a really good way.
Okay. Tell us, do you want to tell us more about that? That sounds fun.
Oh, I know. We can do a whole breakdown later, I guess. But I really was just going through her public appearance outfits and trying to recreate them. And which this is a Kate piece too, but she had like a field jacket, which was also big, like in
Yeah.
2016. The bloggers loved a field jacket.
Mhm.
Um, and she also wore a lot of button downs. Her jewelry was really classic, which I think inspired me a lot because as we were talking about the crazy arm parties from before, like you can wear a lot of pieces of jewelry, but they don't have to be so loud.
Yes.
You can have three bracelets on, but maybe like one bangle and like a tennis bracelet and then maybe a watch or some, I don't know. It influenced my closet a lot.
Okay.
And I think it helped me refine how I felt without being able to put it into words. And I put on an outfit that is inspired by her pieces and I feel good about myself. And I think that's important.
Yes, for
And
sure.
I think it's also important to note that you can like people's style that doesn't fit you. Like I think that Zoe Deschanel is hilarious and amazing, and I love her like quirky, what is it, adorkable style.
Yeah.
I also love a manic pixie dream girl, but those are just not me. And I
Yeah.
don't feel like myself when I put them on.
Yeah. You feel like it's a costume for you.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that too.
And this doesn't feel like a costume. It might feel like a costume to somebody else, but
Yeah.
like it makes me feel me, if that
Oh,
makes
that
sense.
would be fun to talk to people about too. What's the thing that makes you feel like you're in a costume? Like,
Yeah.
what look have you tried that doesn't feel like you?
I like it. Anything boho is just not me. I
Yep, I
can't.
feel that.
I love them. I like to on other people it looks great. It doesn't feel like
It
me.
doesn't work. Yeah,
No.
doesn't feel good. Okay, I get that
Nope.
for sure.
All right, your turn. Who's your
Okay.
favorite classic style?
Um, I think I'm gonna say like Diane Keaton
Oh, I love her.
because I love her. Now, if I dressed in some of the things that she wears, yes, it would feel like a costume. But I feel
Right.
like the general sort of aesthetic
Hmm.
I love.
Wait, which Diane Keaton? From
All
where?
Diane Keaton.
What iteration?
Ugh, I don't know. I love all of it. I love her like pantsuit and hat look. Now,
What
again,
is
I
that? The
would not,
Second Wives Club? First Wives Club.
yes.
That
Um,
movie impacted me a lot as a child. I loved that
and
movie.
what's the one with Jack Nicholson?
Oh, Something's Gotta Give?
Yes, that. Yes,
Yes.
I love that one. Also, like
Perfect.
very
Nancy Myers movie.
goofy. Yes. All things Nancy Myers, right? Um, yeah. I also think like all things Meg Ryan, all Meg Ryan
I
like
do like Meg Ryan Fall.
movies. Uh,
Yes,
I mean, who didn't want to be Kathleen Kelly if you grew up in the 90s?
100%.
100% Kathleen Kelly. And I mean, I think we can't, I know this is kind of cliche, but I think we have to mention Audrey Hepburn.
Oh my gosh, so much.
I mean, we have to.
She's a
Not
little bit
only,
pixie. Like she has such a cute little like I like her. What is
yeah,
it? Holly Golightly. That was her Breakfast at
yes,
Tiffany's character. I
yes,
think I love the little bit of a little bit of quirky. Not full manic pixie dream girl, just a little quirky.
yeah, yeah. I think we have to mention her in the realm of classic
Yes.
style for sure.
Do we put Jackie
Style
Kennedy in
icon
there?
for sure. You have to.
You have
I
to.
mean, you have to.
You have to.
You have to.
I do love a Palm Beach style, especially in the summer.
Should we talk about movies? We just did talk about movies a little bit. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite movie with classic style?
Um, so I do love Something's Gotta Give.
Yeah,
Like
that's a good one.
such a good one. Really, I mean, I did not realize until TikTok pointed it out to me how much I love Nancy Meyers movies. Um, I loved them all individually, and I did not necessarily put that thread on top of them until somebody like held that mirror up to me, and I was like, "You were so right. Like this
Yeah.
is what I love a collected feeling in something." Um, so I love The Parent Trap. Um,
Okay. I have Parent Trap feelings.
you do.
Are you're talking
I'm talking Nancy's
Lindsay
Parent Trap,
Lohan
Lindsay Lohan.
Parent Trap, which is fine. I
Yeah.
love that Parent Trap too. I do. Like I think it was a wonderful remake, but my
But it
heart
was so good.
forever belonged to the original Parent Trap.
Oh, yeah.
It
I
will.
haven't watched that one. I've seen it, but I have not seen it in a really long time.
Oh my gosh. That's the one I grew up watching. Because I mean, I don't know what year the Nancy Meyers one came out, but I was an older kid at that point.
I don't know.
So
Maybe yeah,
all of my Parent Trap memories were from the original one.
yeah.
Anyway,
Well, and I make my girls watch it, and they sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. Um, Other like non or like older classic films, I think I always I loved Sound of Music. I think it was visually beautiful.
yes, for sure.
It's just so pretty.
So good.
Is that a classic movie
I
with
think
classic style, or is that
for
just old?
sure. I think for sure. Um, so I was actually talking with somebody yesterday about a Barbara Streisand movie called Funny Girl.
Yes,
That's a great one.
it is a great one.
Great one. I feel like that has a lot of classic style and it also and back to Audrey, we have Roman Holiday. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't go wrong with that. And you've got Mail,
Oh, I did love You've Got
Father of the Bride.
Father. That's Nancy.
That's Nancy and Diane Keaton, right?
Yes, and Diane
Yeah.
Keaton.
Yeah. I
Which
love
she
the
felt
second
so
one.
old in that movie, and we're like really close to her age now.
Or maybe younger than. She may be younger than I am now. I don't know. I can't remember. I've seen a meme about that too. It's like, we thought this is what
Right.
38 looked like, or
Yeah.
42, or I don't know what the age is. But
Oh,
yeah.
also, what is her name? In the Griswolds movie, The Christmas Vacation, the wife. She's so beautiful
Okay,
and
comparison.
classic.
I've
I've
never
never seen
watched
that
that
movie.
movie. I know.
Wow.
I know. I know. I
Put
know.
it on your list.
Yeah, I should. I
What is
should.
her? I can't think of her name though, but she's so
I
beautiful
don't
and her
know.
hair is like so well done. Um, yeah. I know it's supposed to be like a funny movie, but I'm
But
really
you're
into
there for
I'm
the
really into her.
wow. Yeah. Okay, I love it. Talk about what inspires us.
Okay. What inspires you?
Okay, I'm gonna say so in general, as like an overarching life inspiration, I would say books because books always inspire me, no matter what I'm reading, to either do something or feel a certain way or create.
Fun.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but I'm always inspired by what I'm reading.
I
Um,
love that.
for sure. It always gets my wheels turning in a direction that I didn't know they could turn, which is what I love about stories. You always
Oh,
get a different perspective.
I love that so much.
I also love like magazines and coffee table books and
Books.
just like color in general. I feel like color, that's such a simple thing, but different colors are just so inspiring. Like if I
Hmm.
see a specific color, it immediately takes me to another place or another creative tunnel or another.
I love that.
So I just think colors in general are inspiring, as kind of dorky as that sounds. I think
Nope.
it's really true.
I don't think it's dorky at all. I think it's amazing. And I feel the same way. But what's it called when people can see, no, they can smell color? Is that, or they taste color? Have you seen that? It's like
Oh,
synesthesia or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. Color is,
Well, that's such a big thing. Like I remember I don't know where I've read this or heard this before, but like the colors they put on the like intro videos at the movie theater, not like
Hmm.
for the trailers for new
They make you
movies,
hungry.
but they make you hungry and
Mhm.
like the colors for McDonald's or like red for Coca-Cola, I think is supposed to make you
Did you
thirsty
get
or
your
something.
Diet Coke?
I did. I did
Okay,
get my
good.
Diet Coke. Of course I did. Can't live without it. Gotta have it.
I love a Coke.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
So,
that's great though. I love being inspired by books. I love that.
yeah, me too.
And I can't wait to hear all about the books that you're reading that's inspiring you.
So
So,
many. Okay,
so
so I've been reading Ellen Hilderbrand, which
hmm
I know
I
she's such
know
a
her.
huge author. People love her. I'd never read her before. Um, but a lot of her books are set like in New England, like the coast of New England, or like the ones I'm reading are set on St. John, the Virgin Islands.
Ooh,
So I don't know. And they've just been super fun, kind of like a palate cleanser, not super like they're nice, easy reads, but
yeah.
warm and tropical, which is what I need in the winter.
Yes.
So
Amen.
those have been really fun. And I like her writing style too. I'm been pleasantly surprised.
I love it. I need to try one. I
Now
do
on
love
a
it.
Jeep and to live on an island.
That sounds perfect.
That's how that's inspiring me.
Let's do it. Moving to an island. We can podcast from anywhere.
You can, sure.
That is so fun. Um, I'm trying to think of my answer to this. I have a lot of different answers. That's the story of my life. Listen, I was a sociology major and I loved it because my professor was like, look, the answer to every question starts with it depends. And I'm like, that is my life. It all
Yes.
depends. But
Well, it's okay.
I,
This
ugh,
we won't like hold you to this.
okay, good. Don't
This
hold me
is
to
not
it
like the law of the land now for the
because
podcast.
it's going to depend.
It
It's
always
going to
depends.
depend on the day.
I just said color inspires me, okay? So
Okay.
it's not that deep, you
I,
know?
I love it. No, but color is so inspiring. I think that I'm very like I'm a visual storyteller. I love, like I said, I love to read. We've established that, but I'm a very visual storyteller, and I think that's what comes from Instagram and like putting stuff together. So I love movies. Um, I'm big on romanticizing your life. So even though I like critical thinking, I understand that it's a movie set and I understand that yes, that coffee has the perfect pour because they made it have the perfect pour. Things like that are important to me. And I want to have my favorite coffee in my favorite mug and like feel like it's the best morning ever all the time. Um,
Mhm.
so I think that I'm inspired a lot by movies and I'm not a really a big reality TV show fan. Like I will watch it, but I like the curated aspect of film and not just like movie film, but like a show that is produced
Yeah.
well. Um, and I'll see that. I feel like I will hyperfixate on something, and that person will really inspire me for a while for whatever it might be. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna find something else. But whoever it might be. Currently, I love Lydia Millen on YouTube. Do you follow her?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so she's British. Now, a lot of people say that she means she is British and she lives in the countryside. People will say that she is cosplaying British countryside life for American consumption, and I'm here for it.
I'm
I
here to consume that. Yes.
I don't care if it's cosplay or real. I'm here
No.
for every aspect of her country life where she goes on walks with her dogs like through the fields and she wrote a book called Evergreen and I haven't read it. I want to read it. But it's about bringing like celebrating the seasons and the season that you're in and how everything is beautiful in its own right and that like you can't compare winter to summer because they're not the same. So um just this notion of like super romanticizing your life is what she does. And like she has named her bathrooms. So I think she has like a willow bathroom. So the towels that go in that guest bathroom like say willow on them. And it has a
Um,
theme. I
love
love a theme.
that.
Yeah. Go on her YouTube
Now I
because
want to
it's,
name every room.
I do too.
I
It's
want
amazing.
personalized towels for the room.
Mhm. Yep. And I don't care if it's performative. I love it.
Life
Maybe it is.
is performative.
It is.
We're all performing in some degree.
And if it makes you feel better about yourself and you know where to fold your towels and put them, then do it. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Does she have cute ducks like on
she
her
has
patio?
chickens. She
That
has
works.
5 chickens in her backyard and two, as she calls them, sausage dogs because she's British. She's got dachshunds.
I love that.
And she does not have any children, but I I was very inspired by her this past like winter season, which I think is important because I think it's easy to feel inspired in the summer or in the spring when everything's blooming and there's lots of color everywhere.
Yes.
But to feel inspired to make your home cozy when it's cold, and do it well and still feel good and fresh and not like an Adam Sandler outfit cozy, but like a cute outfit cozy.
Yes. Okay, I feel like I need to Amazon her book because I think I need that perspective right now because
Me
I
too,
feel like all I'm doing is complaining about winter.
right?
And we live in the mildest winter climate ever,
We
basically.
do. It
But
is it's a beautiful winter day out there, and I'm trying to remind myself of that. But
it's
yes, I take a lot of I just like production value of things, and I don't care if it's her YouTube. She has a very high production value.
I love
So,
that. I think that's a great thing to be inspired by.
okay, good.
I
I don't know.
do.
I think Chad would probably beg to differ. He's like, "Are you watching her again?" I'm like, "Yes." It's fine. But I'm also inspired. My other favorite YouTuber that I watch, her name is Amelia, and she is like the polar opposite of Lydia. She's also British, but she like lives in London and has this like really fun lifestyle where she travels everywhere. I mean, she's constantly traveling, and it's just the coolest, like most lavish luxury lifestyle you could possibly imagine. Um, and I don't really know, it doesn't apply to me at all, but I also love it.
But
And
that fits in with your sort of like romanticizing
I think it does.
philosophy.
I think so. And I think it also she's just unapologetically herself. And that is inspiring in and of itself.
Yes, because it's hard to just be yourself sometimes,
It is. And
which
I
is
don't know who I want to be sometimes. Maybe I'm schizophrenic. Maybe that's
because it
amazing.
depends.
It depends.
Because it
It
depends.
depends.
Because one day you might wake up and feel like you want to try that boho style that you know doesn't
Mhm.
work for you.
Right.
You might want to try it.
But you just might want to try, especially if it's fall and you're feeling like you need
Yes.
like some fringe.
Okay, well, should we wrap up for this first episode?
I think so. This is fun. I just want to keep hanging out with you though.
Well, we can keep hanging out.
I know. I've got stuff to do. I don't want to.
I do too. Um, I think I'm gonna go and look for some seeds for my zinnias that I'm gonna plant because they're my
Love it.
favorite to plant because they're easy and they don't die and they bloom forever here.
What color?
Well, that's why I want to go look and see what they have at like Home Depot because I
Yeah.
have an Amazon cart full of some varieties that I have been getting targeted ads for.
Mhm.
Um, some that are kind of like peachy, yellowy, and then there are some that are solid, like lime green,
Oh, those are
and
gonna
some
be
that are solid white. And I've never done those before. I've only done like the mixed color that are all like
right.
pink and orange, which I love those. I'm definitely gonna do some of those too. But I think I've decided I'm gonna do tons more this year than I have, which I've done like two full beds before of them. Uh,
Right.
but they make me so happy,
Me too. Flowers make me ridiculously happy.
so happy.
Like
Can't wait
amazing.
for zinnias and geraniums. I love geraniums too.
Ooh, I do love geraniums. Okay, back in North Carolina, I think it was called an ivy geranium, and it was
Okay.
beautiful. The leaves had like the little ivy hearts, and it went like down over the pot instead of like being up. And I have never found them ever again. But
Okay.
they had the
Okay.
same geranium flower and like the classic smell, like they were geraniums, but they had the leafy part of the plant like went
Like
down.
trailed or what do you call
Yes.
that? Is that right? Trailed?
Trail sounds that sounds right.
I
Yeah,
think that's right. I don't know. I'm not a plant expert, but
I would
I
like
do
to be
need
one
them.
day.
Me
I have
too.
sweet pea seeds that I'm working on, but all of my st I went outside to get my terracotta pots and they were frozen together because
Oh
had
no.
water in them. And because I have these little teeny tiny seed pots that I like, because I seed them in the house, right?
Yeah.
But they had been outside, because I was not going to just store them in here when I'm not using them. And I had to move them to the sun to try and thaw them out so that I can put my sweet peas in.
That's funny.
I know. But I know it's time because I got a memory on TikTok that I made the video like this week last year of putting my seeds in.
And yeah,
So
I
I
don't
know
know
it's
if I'm gonna like germinate my seeds inside this year. I've done that before and then transferred them. But
time.
with zinnias, it's just so easy. You just throw them out there
You can
and
do it now.
no, not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
mid-April, I think,
Okay.
when the risk of frost is gone.
Let me know because I've got some space that I want some, because you can cut those, right? They make really pretty
Yes,
cut flowers. Yeah.
they make really pretty cut flowers. And like the more you cut them, the more they grow back. So they just keep blooming as you cut them and they bloom
I
really
love,
fast.
I
And they
need that.
last a while too when they're cut.
Always
Um,
important.
I love them. So I think that's what I'm going to do this in a little while before I have to go do all the
Oh,
carpools again.
yay.
Um, yeah, yeah. And I want a new house plant. I don't need a new house plant, but I think
What
this is
kind?
trying to get out of like winter
Yes. 100%.
seasonal depression. I'm like, I just need a little baby plant.
Okay, this came from Lydia, the girl, the sweet peas. She was saying that there's something really special about doing something like sowing seeds in the dark gray of winter that you know are going to turn into something beautiful.
Yes.
And that's like, yes,
You need to
that's
like
it.
nurture that new life so you can know
Hmm.
that it's coming. I love
Yep.
that. I love that.
A
What's
little thing.
next? What's
Okay,
next?
so we're going to continue our discussion on embracing the return to classic style
Yes.
because it has absolutely blown up. I mean, some of us have been wearing button downs for forever,
Yes.
but I think
Yes.
other people are jumping on the bandwagon hardcore. I've got some great TikTokers to talk about in
Okay.
that. Um,
And I have
and let's
theories.
see, recipes. You have what?
I have theories. I have so many theories
Okay.
of
Oh, I
why
can't
we
wait.
have come back to this classic style.
Oh, that
As
can that
a
be our
as
next
a
episode? Can we talk about theories?
yes. I love a good theory. Okay.
The
And
social psychologists coming out. I
yeah.
love it. I didn't put this in the intro, but I'm a really big in the kitchen person. I'm not a recipe developer by any means, but I love to recreate them and test them out. So I will go over things that we're baking. Maybe we can get in person and we can taste some stuff. That would be really fun.
That would be super fun.
Um,
You know, I
Books. We've
also
talked about
love
books. We've
baking.
talked about clothes. Ooh, and you can share with us all of your best memory keeping tips and tricks because that's a huge responsibility, but really
It is.
important.
It is.
I
It is.
love that. Yeah. Bread
Very.
baking. Ugh. We both have sourdough starters, right?
We do. I've been neglecting mine.
I need to feed mine again. I made bread last week, but it was entirely not salty enough. But I
Oh,
also skipped it's called the bulk fermentation, where you're
yeah.
supposed to let the dough sit overnight
Yeah.
because I was not about that life. I wanted it now.
I know. I haven't made bread with this starter yet. I did it like a few years ago when everybody was doing
Right.
sourdough.
Yeah.
Um, but I have found a really good just like yeast bread, like a sandwich bread recipe that I
Ooh.
love, and it's so easy. And I've been making it almost every week, and I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, yum.
And it
That
only
sounds
takes
delicious.
like a few hours.
Please send it to me.
Yes, it's so good. I did use my starter discard to make pancakes the other day, though.
Oh, yeah.
They were off the charts. Like
I love pancakes.
we make a good bit of pancakes around here, but these were, I will do it again. I will keep the starter
Okay.
going just for these pancakes.
Please send me that recipe
I will.
because tonight is Taco Tuesday, but tomorrow we need breakfast for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my
We did it
favorite.
over the weekend, which was good. But
I love it.
so
Oh,
lots of
this
good
was so
stuff.
fun. This was so
This
fun.
was so fun. I'm glad we're doing it.
You know? And I hope that whoever's listening also thinks it's fun.
I hope so too. And I think we'll have lots more good stuff to come.
I know, because that's what we said.
Characters.
Like our first like lunch date, we were like, we should record this because surely we're not the only people that do this. And like you said, we have been like DMing for forever,
Yeah.
but we're always learning new things about each other. And I think that a whole another episode would be about like making friends as adults. But
Oh, yes.
I think it's just really cool to kind of bring that like to document everything and like finding out things about each other. And I just think it's really special.
I agree.
I think
I
it's going to
agree.
be so good.
Lots of friendship thoughts. That's a big thing for an Enneagram 6 also. Like
Oh,
friends are
good.
super important and you're very loyal to your friends when
Yes,
you're, a
I love
6,
it.
whatever. So, but I have
But
lots of
then, oh, go
friendship.
ahead. No.
I have lots of friendship things that I have big feelings and thoughts about friendship
Oh,
in adult life and
good.
how
I
it's
cannot wait to
different.
hear them. Well,
On Instagram at buttonup.society.
mhm.
But where can we find you, Emily?
Recently rebranded to Classically Emily. There's a period in there. Um, I wanted my name, but I couldn't do it. It's not available. I have like the most generic name of all time. So Classically Emily on YouTube. No, TikTok and Instagram. YouTube is classically.Emily Catherine because Classically Emily was taken.
That works. And you can find me also fairly recently rebranded on Instagram. And it is just my name. It's at kate.bagley.
I'm so
Um,
jealous.
so yeah,
So
you'll find me
jealous.
there. Well, whenever I get in the car with my kids, I always say buckle up Buttercup to them. Because I have one kid that for years would not buckle up quickly. I mean, I have spent so much time sitting in parking lots like buckle your seatbelt, buckle your seatbelt, buckle your seatbelt. So I wanted to find like a cute way to say it instead of, like if you don't buckle up. So anyway, I started saying, "Buckle up, Buttercup." So our cute tagline for this show is going to be "Button up, Buttercup."
Button up, Buttercup. It's perfect.